I am Jean Peters Baker. I am the Jackson County prosecutor. I've served in that role now for 3 terms, and I served, though, as an assistant prosecutor for about 15 years.
My name is David Ross. I'm a member of the Jackson County Prosecuting Attorney's Office Community Advisory Board. Became involved with the board about 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. At that time, I was part of an organization called Block to Block.
The advisory board, by its design, is trying to collect people from a variety of different circumstances, representing different communities that were, one, outspoken. So I gathered I was probably going to learn information that might be hard to hear.
I believe our biggest accomplishment of the board is we started actually looking at real data in terms of policing in the Kansas City area. The community dashboard gives you the opportunity to look at the numbers themselves, because this is real data, real-time data, and it's actually coming from the people who are deeply involved in the system.
Community Advisory Board exploration of this data has led to change in the office. Baker changed the office's drug policy after a deep examination of drug data. Too often, drug enforcement was ineffective and involved troubling racial disparities. Baker required evidence the suspect was involved in violence or causing concern in the community. The CAB also conducted a review of a critical incident and officers' shooting of an unarmed man. The idea is to examine ways to prevent similar incidents.
We picked Donnie Sanders, the shooting of Donnie Sanders. He was an unarmed black male that the officer perceived him to potentially have a weapon, and he shot and killed him mistakenly.
On March 12, 2020, Donnie Sanders was pulled over during a routine traffic stop. Sanders ran away. An officer chased him and shot him several times. The officer thought he was reaching for a weapon. He may have been reaching for his side, as he recently had surgery. The Community Advisory Board met with the brother and sisters of Donnie Sanders. They gained insight into what happened. They also learned who he was, as a beloved brother in person. Just days after Baker chose the Donnie Sanders shooting to examine, the officer was involved in a fatal shooting of 2 others.
So it's going to look like I picked him purposefully. I picked prior to that. I think it's important that we say that.
She showed us the law side of it and how they're protected by it, and that's why a lot of prosecuting attorneys can't bring cases into it against those officers. It's the way the law is written.
I totally believe the police do not want to have another fatal encounter with a civilian. So we should be willing to look at previous encounters that resulted this badly to see what could we have done differently? What could we learn from that? So that's the why.
But today I'm announcing that I will not seek another term.
On June 22, 2023, Jean Peters Baker held a press conference and announced she would not seek re-election in 2024.
My advice for the next prosecutor would be to just step back and take a look at what's going on before you do anything. Learn the culture, learn the intent of what we're trying to do here.
And as a prosecutor in a major jurisdiction like Kansas City, Jackson County, you're going to get it from all sides. You got to have broad shoulders, and you got to be well in check of yourself, so you're able to hear the critiques and do better. You got to be ready for it, because it will come to you. I don't think there's anything special about me. I guess what I would say is I won't back down to that, because I won't.